Good morning. No, it's afternoon, isn't it? Good afternoon, everybody. No training today, so I thought I'd just do a little, vlog. Gonna take a little stroll round to coffee shop. Get a cold brew if they have. Fingers crossed. So today I've been, Janicke, what have I been doing today? What have I been doing in the house? Tearing down the house. No, seriously, I've been trying to reorganise the office space. So that meant building IKEA Alex drawers, which, to be fair, wasn't too bad, wasn't a problem. But I built them with the intention of putting a desk on there. But I won't lie, the desktop that's come with it, I'm not too keen on. It's cheap, and I know IKEA's not expensive. Listen, I'm not trying to say. But it's like, I tried to screw into it earlier with screws for some cable management to put like a cable tray underneath. And as I was tightening it up, it was just pulling out. It was like dust. So that's no good, because obviously I want to do this properly and have really nice cable management. I want everything to be like kind of not on show. The mistake I made with the previous desk, it's not really a mistake, but the previous desk was just like a temporary fix, so therefore I didn't care so much if it wasn't, as flashy. But this is more of a, not permanent, because we're not going to be here forever, but it's more of a permanent fixture for work in the meantime, for editing and stuff, casual gaming, streaming, podcasts. So basically it's just got to be a space that I'm really happy to sit in for a while, because there'll be some days where I'm in there a lot. Rejig the room around. Obviously when I get back I'll give you a little look. It's obviously a shithole at the minute because it's not going to be anywhere near done. But I do want to paint. We've got some paints, not paint samples, but we've got some colour samples on the wall, but we haven't actually got no physical paint samples yet. But we're looking at like tones of grey and black. Black, grey, dark grey, black, graphite, kind of moody looking. It seems like it's the in thing, that industrial kind of look now. I've been like doing like a mood board on my phone, where I just kind of screen grab images of offices I was like, or even not even just offices actually. I've been taking pictures. It's funnily enough, I've been taking pictures that are black and white from all the things I've enjoyed in my life. So the other day I actually took a black and white picture of one of the old skaters I used to follow, Aaron Feinberg, doing I think it's like a soul grind down a rail, but it's in black and white and it just looks crazy good. So I basically just saved that image, put it on my PC. Then I took a picture of, do you remember the Animal Pack crew, which was obviously Frank, Evan and Fankhauser? It's actually when they're wearing the yellow tops, but I'm just going to grayscale it. Then obviously movies, love movies. Leon the Professional being one of those movies where there's some really iconic black and white scenes. So I was kind of getting a mixture of all the things that I feel kind of, I don't know, remind me of the chapters of my life. So I can put it in a like display that just encapsulates a little bit of who I am. Beyond just the bodybuilder, the guy that lifts weights. Yes, bodybuilding is probably the majority of what I am. Like you look at my DNA, and the main strands of it is I'm a bodybuilder. But there's been other influences through my life that have certainly steered me in directions and created a personality. And a lot of that's through forms of art, like film or sport. Obviously, skating was a massive part of my life for years. Definitely moulded me into someone who found curiosity in following endeavours that weren't typical. The skating was like very niche. And obviously bodybuilding was very niche when I started bodybuilding. So I think that kind of stems from those days. I've said this on a video recently with Magic Eye Media about how skating had a massive influence on the beginning of the bodybuilding. And I still think it really does, because again, that I look at the people from the skating now. There was a fella called Brian Sheamer. So I had his particular skates. I look at him now and I look at him in like the same eyes as I look at other legends like Lee Priest, Evan Centopani, these guys. I look at them like that, but it's because I'm very aware of their history. Most people would just walk past these guys in the street and wouldn't have a clue who they are. Fair enough. But to me, these guys are icons. So I suppose that's actually what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to create an art piece of icons in my life. People that I consider iconic, that have, when I've got to like a fork in the road, been the people that have influenced the change or the direction that I've taken. Like I say, with the skaters, there was, I was in my early teens, and it'd be as simple as like purchasing, a pair of skates and having to go like left or right with my purchase. And if I had bought one, it would have been one person's skates. If I bought the other, it would have been that person's skates, because basically you had like, I suppose, teams. Same as you have athletes, and they had their own model of skate. So, you chose the model not based on just because you like to look at the skate. You chose the model because of the personality of the person or what they exuded. And I remember like certain people had certain reputations, and those reputations were like what led you to either like or dislike the person. And some of the people were more, I suppose, I don't know how to word it, but raw. Like Dorian Yates, yeah? Dorian Yates is just like raw, urban, shit weather, fucking training in the gym, underground in the middle of Birmingham. You had skaters like that would go out and just skate in the rain and skate the streets and do things with, regular things like stairs at a library or, basically didn't rely on like skate parks and all the flash stuff. They made use of the minimum. And Dorian, obviously with his training, he was the epitome of making the use of the minimum. The basics, the barbell row, the incline bench press. Everything was so simple. It's weird because all this is only making sense to me now when I'm talking back through it. I know I'm waffling to you, but it's funny how always in sport, I've been attracted not necessarily to how good the person is at it, but what their personality is. Yeah. And I feel like that's what I'm trying to do now, is trying to create, or not even create, because you are creating all the time, every day that you're alive. You create without trying. But what I'm trying to do is display my character. Who am I? So for the people that obviously already follow me, they have their own opinion of me. Hopefully it's a good one. But what do I offer to people that don't know me? I suppose these are the things I kind of contemplate on a daily. I'm much more interested, I suppose, in human character than I used to be. I never used to give two shits, really. I used to just do my thing. Didn't care if people were watching or not. But now I'm aware that people are watching. I'm also aware of the fact that it's important to be someone who comes across in good light. Not like false or not fake, not negative, but genuine, raw, and fucking basically just representing things to the purest. Purity, bodybuilding. That's all I give a shit about, is purity in bodybuilding. Anyway, I've rambled on loads. That might not make sense to anybody, and it's a busy day. See you in the coffee shop.
I don't really like chicken and bacon though. What do you like?
Right, Janicke? God, I'm calling her Janicke, that's what everyone does on Twitch. Janicke's gone for a iced Americano, but decaf today, with a little bit of skimmed milk. I, however, have gone for a large cold brew, black, because I want the caffeine. Louis Moylan. LM Fitness just drove by. Gonna have to text him now and let him know. Yeah, so today, like I said, just been reorganising the room, heading off to Jordan's tomorrow. It's a rest day today. Woke up today at 277, so we're now back down to the lowest weight I've been on prep, which was last week at Jordan's. I was 277. I don't know what day that was. I've got my book indoors, but it was about a week ago. So no, it was less than a week ago. It's like half a week ago. Jesus, it was like one spin, so it's about 4 days ago. So about 4 days ago I was my lowest weight on prep. I'm back down to that weight. This is after that super high day that I filmed and the consecutive low days. So it just goes to show how quickly you can come back down, considering the amount of food that we had. So I don't know what tomorrow's plan will be. I'll look at myself in the morning and I'll make a call on that. I should be lighter because I've lowered my rest day food to being lower than the previous rest day, because I was basically just doing high days and low days, and now I have a high day, low day, rest day. The only difference really with a rest day is that my last meal before bed is now not oats, it's just farce yogurt with a little bit of protein powder. No fats added to that one. Whereas on a regular day, I have oats, almond butter, and protein powder. So I've pulled those macronutrients down quite a lot. Also, my rice meals that you've seen on my low day for training are normally 120 grams per meal. On the rest day, they're 100 grams. So that's another 60 grams of actual rice taken away from the day. Cream of rice in the morning, still 100 grams. So all of my carbs today will be 100 grams from the morning cream of rice, not from 100 grams of cream of rice. So 75 grams of carbs. Then 3 meals at 100, so that's 150, 225. So 225 plus 75. So 300 grams of carbs roughly a day right now on a rest day. Sounds like quite a lot still, doesn't it? Maybe it's too much. If I've worked it out right, I don't know. We'll see. If the weight doesn't drop, then we know it's too much. But yeah, that's where I am currently with that. Still training push legs off. Typically doing, like I say, 4 sets per an exercise. Same old crap. The only time I change that is if I fancy doing a couple more exercises, then I'll only do like 2 sets and I'll make up the alternative in that. So let's say I had 2 exercises that are 4 sets each. If I fancied doing 3 exercises in that window, then I could do a 4 set, a 2 set, and a 2 set, or I could do a 3 set, a 3 set, and a 2 set. So it just really depends. Depends what I'm hitting, depends what I feel like hitting, depends how the body's feeling. Everything's really instinctive right now, so I'm just keeping it that way because I feel like I just want to be able to do it that way. Let's really just see what this brain knows, and if it knows anything, could all go to shit. But right now I'm feeling pretty good in doing it. Obviously, having Jordan's gym to train at just means I can concentrate and really dial in how I'm feeling, because there's no noise. Like, and when I say noise, I don't mean like physical noise, I mean noise in here. You know, you're just at peace and you can literally train a muscle, feel the muscle on the level that you wouldn't feel normally, and evaluate what to do next. And that's been the biggest blessing so far. So there she is. It's quite a large one. You know, I have quite big hands. Janicke's got the yours looks alright. Because they suggest cold brew not to have
milk.
Yeah.
You should have iced Americano with milk.
Yes. It doesn't take to milk very well. Forgot to mention, got a podcast with Fuad in like, what, about an hour's time? Podcast in an hour, bodybuilding the bollocks. Had a really cool catch up with everybody from the circles yesterday. If you're not on Centre Party Circles, get in there, go into my bio, look in the link tree, there's a link to Centre Party Circles. Honestly, it's a right laugh. Myself, Lex Lewis, Evan, Chris, Jose, God, you name it, there's like a lot of people in there, Lee Priest, Antoine, all your favourites, everybody's in there, and Frank. It's just a real good place. I have to say, my friendship with them all has grown tremendously just by spending time together, although we're not together, you know what I mean, in the circles. So I'm actually really appreciative of Evan actually suggesting that we do that. So it's been a great time, enjoying it a lot. So we're just mid-conversation. I was like, yeah, just whip the camera out, because Janicke's showing me chairs. Obviously, I need a new office chair. Problem I'm finding, guys, first world problems, you're going to have a go at me now, probably most of you, is that I sweat so fucking much. And because I'm sitting on like leather or a material that's not breathable, yeah, it's not breathable, I'm just getting drenched, and it makes the chair just smell like sweat. Like, it's disgusting. There's like a puddle at the end. So I used to work for a company called Eads where we used to do a lot of office removals, and all of the offices in London have the Herman Miller Aeron chairs. So Janicke's been looking at trying to get one of those, like a refurbished or second-hand or on sale, but she's just come across a Mirror 2 Triflex office chair, which is Herman Miller, for a reduced £748. So, you're going to say £748? Yes, it is a lot of money. No doubt it's a lot of money.
12-year guarantee.
12-year guarantee, but what I'm trying to say is, do you know how much some of their other chairs are? How much are some of the other chairs? What, like 1,300, 1,400?
Yeah, like 1,200 upwards.
Yeah, so, yeah. And I wouldn't do it unless I needed it. Like, I'm just going to burn through chairs. And then I'm going to spend a few hundred a time going through chairs till I get a chair that's actually any good. So, just got to bite the bullet. Yeah, so, again, these are the minuscule problems I face in life right now, besides bodybuilding and getting ready for a show. I'm happy that they're my problems, because there's nothing major. A few months ago, I was in question of everything. I was like, God. So, take that for what you will, you know. Some weeks you wake up and you're like, I totally know where I'm going. And then other days you're like, why am I even on planet Earth? Do I even deserve to be here? Like, you can have some dark times. And I was talking about the circles earlier. Lee proposed a question earlier. He's got a friend who suggested to do something very, very remarkable about basically seeing someone before they pass away. If you had the choice of knowing someone's going to pass away and being able to go and have one last dance with them and catch up, would you take it? This was something we were discussing earlier. So, I suppose what I'm just trying to say is that, you know, tomorrow you could wake up with a massive smile on your face. Next day you might wake up without one. But that's just part of life. It's a roller coaster, peaks and troughs. Just be happy with the little things, like a chair. Oh man, alright guys, I'm inviting you into the space. Be warned, this isn't pretty yet. It's not going to be pretty for a while, but let me give you a little flip round. Obviously this is my views out the window. Currently everything's just everywhere. Very messy. So, new desk. My desk used to be situated on that wall. So I used to face that wall, but now I want to face away so that the sun is coming towards my face. So basically this is going to be the layout. There'll be a bed here, just a single for guests, and layout here. So I've taken all my peripherals and PC apart. For now we have a temporary loadout, being my laptop, new monitor arm. Get some light on that so you can see. So this is a gas powered dual monitor because I've got two monitors, so we'll be able to move one. I'm going to have actually horizontal, one I'm going to have vertical to the side. Some lighting, laptop stand which I'll probably get rid of, speaker stands probably get rid of, external hard drive, obviously Stream Deck Mini, my Rocat mic and Basilisk mouse, a couple of power adapters, a couple of speakers, new cables, charger, Alexa. So yeah, got a few things. Anyway, let's show you why I want to come over here. So we've got the backdrop, which is kind of just acoustic. So I want to be in this corner so that I have this view, so that I can sit back and basically have a backdrop that's a bit more, I suppose, worthy of a backdrop. So obviously light coming in from there, black background. This is only temporary, remember guys. Yeah, black background, Probably have the camera set up like here, somewhere like here, so it just looks nice. Yeah, I think from down like here. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. Anyway, sorry, I'm blabbering on. So yeah, it's a nice podcast setup. Microsoft Surface Pro, Blue Yeti, little USB adapter, Ethernet cable, webcam with light. If I need light, probably don't. Battery charger for this bad boy. Some stuff. Yeah. Anyway, that's just an update. I'm gonna put that fan on because it's bloody hot. Yo. I'm on a temporary laptop. I can hear you. Can you hear me alright? Mr. Fuad Abiad, I'm just going to say hello to my YouTube as well. Alright. I'm shooting a day in the life. Not much of a life. It's not bad, is it, for a little... Yeah, it's my little rig. I'm quite happy with it. So anyway, guys, you already know. You already know this guy. You have to tune into... If you want to see what we could talk about, get on the fucking podcast. See you later. Yeah, just... The problem is no one can fucking hear any of you because I've got headphones on, so it's just I can literally edit. I'm probably gonna make you all sound proper special. I'm gonna just take a snippet from like Popeye, the cartoon, and it'll be like and then, but yeah.